Welcome, surf fans. We're right back into it. You're watching the Jeep Surf Ranch Pro presented by Adobe. Chris Cote here with Pete Mel, and we are stoked because we're about to see Italo Ferreira on his first wave of this event. And so far, so good. The
Absolutely.
Italo show is on.
Yes, it is. And we've seen the barrel being ridden very well this morning. I love the way Kaio was able to maximize the tube on those last few waves that he had, and Italo doing the same thing.
Well, if anybody got the note to get creative and get wild on this wave, it's Italo. Right now, you can tell he's laying down that kind of foundational score, and it's going to be a big one. So far, he's done a lot of work from the outside to the inside. Let's hope he gets the option here to bust the friends free. He does, but oddly not coming down with the backside reverse. A very easy maneuver for Italo Ferreira.
What's happening, guys? Italo ready to go, riding a little shorter board, 5.6 epoxy. Said he had a little slip. I think the wax is warming up here, so it's moving around on the boards. Get that base coat on, boys. Let's see it.
Italo Ferreira now going left. So far, really just relying on power surfing on his opening right. See if he gets wild here.
Feels like the perfect time to be surfing.
There you go.
Beautiful stuff right there. There's some risk put in the middle of the wave.
See, mixing up his maneuvers here. A lot of different tricks down the line, throwing the tail. So remember, he's already got a big reverse on the outside.
Uh-oh.
And somehow cannot even explain how hard it is to catch back up to this wave from behind. So for the second time in a row, Italo does not complete the wave, but did some work and some damage on that outside section.
He did. I think it's still going to be a good number. You know, a couple of mistakes. There was a mistake on that one top turn before he did the reverse. You know, he made up for it almost the next turn.
Yeah.
You know, and then the fall at the very end, you know, the moment when he had to get around it, which actually, even though it didn't look like that great, it was very difficult to do. We haven't seen many people get caught behind and actually get back to the open face. So good job.
Do you get credit from the judges for fixing mistakes?
No, I don't think so. You know, it's the overall performance. So, I mean, there's a lot of good points in this wave. I mean, there was those two combos of this, you know, the big fin drift, and then again, a little bit more accentuated, but then gets caught behind. This is where you're like, oh, wow, he's not going to make, oh, sure, it's Italo. He's going to get there. And then this fall at the very end of this as well, you know. So the numbers are going to be suppressed with a couple of mistakes, but man, there's some great surfing in there, and the board looks great, you know. And I think the adjustments the surfers have been doing with these smaller, more compact surfboards is paying off.
So welcoming Jordy Smith back. That was a really interesting, and I don't know if I've ever seen anything like that. A designing area specifically on the beach of the wave that you will be surfing. Jordy, how cool is that to be able to, well, not only work with your dad, which is amazing in itself, but a really specialized shaping zone. You know, we've talked about boards made specifically for Surf Ranch, but now you're really getting into the details, making boards specifically for the waves in Chiba, because yes, you are an Olympian, and that never gets old to say. So tell us about that project and being able to really hone in on the design of the board for that specific wave.
Yeah, that was incredible. The fact that you gave me that opportunity to be able to arrange all that stuff out was really something special, something I'll never forget, and actually something that I think we've got to do a lot more of. You know, like you say, just designing equipment for the basics, it really just designing boards all over the world. And I think that's probably why so many of the shapers at all those local locations do so well. It's because they're experienced and yeah, I don't know. Hopefully we can see more of that stuff in the future.
And I got to ask you, Jordy, I know that you have a similar childhood to mine where you grew up basically in a surfboard factory. I mean, have you done any shaping? Have you ever experimented with that?
Yeah, look, I've shaped a lot of my life, but in the last, I would say, since COVID, I've really got back into the bay.
We want them back ASAP. We just saw Italo Ferreira drop a solid number, and now this is where Italo gets dangerous, when he has the luxury of being able to do what Italo does. And you can see a little bit more, I don't know, energy down the line on this wave. It looks like he sparked things up. He's got his numbers, but he goes down. Too much energy?
It felt all right to me. I didn't see it too rushed. I just think that, this wave is very sensitive.
But Italo has cracked into the upper echelon with the 7.43. But so far, nobody's touching what Felipe, Canoa, and Yago did yesterday. You see them, 1, 2, and 3. Owen right there in the conversation in fourth place. Adriana de Souza, now Italo Ferreira, the first surfer of today to get up into this top 10.